Greetings aspirants. Welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by Civic Center IAS, where we try to discuss important and relevant articles from the Hindu, Indian Express and the PIB in the UPSC CSE Prelims perspective. So, these are the list of articles we are going to discuss today. Coming to the first article, today is National Girls Child Day, empowering the future of India. So, now we'll discuss about the National Girls Child Day. National Girl Child Day is celebrated annually on January 24th in India. Additionally, the day aims to promote awareness about the rights, education, and the welfare of girls. Moreover, it was initiated by the Ministry of Women and Child Development in 2008. And the key areas in the focus are: the day emphasizes gender equality with a focus on eliminating biases and societal barriers. Furthermore, the key objectives include advocating for equal opportunities for girls in education, healthcare, and social spheres. In addition, the day raises awareness about critical issues such as female feticide, child marriage, and declining sex ratios. And looking at the key legal and policy initiatives for girl-child welfare, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006 aims to prevent child marriage and penalize offenders. Additionally, the Protection of Child from Sexual Offences POCSO Act 2012 provides a legal framework to protect children from sexual abuse, with updates in 2020 to improve enforcement. Moreover, the Juvenile Justice Act 2015 focuses on the care, protection, and rehabilitation of children in need, including girls. Furthermore, Mission Vatsalya is a program focusing on child protection and development, which includes services like Child Helpline and Track Child Portal for locating missing children. And looking at the key schemes for empowering girls and women, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, launched on 22nd January 2015, aims to address the declining child sex ratio and to promote the empowerment of girls and women. Additionally, the relevance of this scheme lies in the focus on gender equality and the child sex ratio, women's health, and education. Moreover, the UDAN scheme, launched in 2014, seeks to improve enrollment of girls in engineering institutions and bridge gaps in education. Furthermore, the relevance of this scheme is in promoting higher education for girls and reducing the gender gap in STEM fields. And the scheme for promotion of menstrual hygiene, launched in 2011, aims to promote menstrual hygiene practices among rural girls who are aged in between 10 to 19 years. Additionally, it is highly relevant for addressing health issues faced by adolescent girls in rural areas. Moreover, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, launched in January 2015, provides financial support for girls' education and marriage. This scheme also important for financial empowerment of girls, specifically under the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao initiative. Coming to the next article, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar on Thursday sounded a note of caution against fake narratives that erode trust in electoral process. Addressing a two-day international conference of election management bodies, Mr. Kumar said that such narratives are timed to strike at the vitals of the electoral process. So, now in this context, let's talk about Chief Election Commissioner. The Chief Election Commissioner is the head of the Election Commission of India, which is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for conducting free and fair elections in the country. In addition, the Chief Election Commissioner ensures the integrity and transparency of the election process. And coming to Election Commission of India, the Election Commission of India is a permanent constitutional body established on 25th January 1950. Additionally, this establishment is in accordance with Article 324 of the Constitution, which grants the Commission authority over the conduct of elections in India. Looking at the composition of ECI, initially, the Commission had only Chief Election Commissioner. However, the ECI now consists of Chief Election Commissioner and 2 Election Commissioners. Furthermore, the inclusion of 2 Election Commissioners ensures broader representation and decision making. Now, talking about the powers and responsibilities of the ECI has the superintendent's direction and control over elections to Parliament and state legislatures. Additionally, it is responsible for elections to the offices of the President and Vice President of India. Looking at the advisory, the ECI advises on the disqualification of MPs, MLAs post-election. Furthermore, it is consulted on the cases of corruption and other electoral offences. Moreover, the President or Governor is bound by the ECI's opinion. The ECI disqualifies candidates for non-compliance with election cost declarations. In addition, it resolves disputes on the recognition of political parties and electoral symbols. Furthermore, the ECI enforces the Model Code of Conduct during elections, and this process is called quasi-judicial. And at the administrative side, it controls the delimitation. The ECI determines the boundaries and number of electoral constituencies. Additionally, it registers voters and updates electoral rolls. Looking at the election management by the ECI, The ECI sets election schedules, reviews nomination, and monitor campaign expenditure. Furthermore, it addresses electoral malpractices such as booth tampering. Lastly, the ECI assigns status based on the performance. Coming to the next article, there is no statistically significant difference either in the timely payment of wages or in a payment rejections between the Aadhaar-based payment system and the standard bank account-based methods, according to a study published in the latest edition of the Indian Journal of the Labour Economics. Researchers analyzed 3.14 crore Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme transactions totaling 4,602 crore made in 2021 to 2022 across 10 states. So, now in this context, let's talk about Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme is one of the largest work guarantee programs in the world, launched in 2005 by the Ministry of Rural Development. Furthermore, the primary objective of the scheme is to guarantee 100 days of employment in every financial year to adult members of any rural household willing to do public work related unskilled manual work. In addition, Panchayat Raj institutions will implement the program. Looking at the objectives, this scheme aims to enhance the livelihood security of the rural poor by creating wage employment opportunities. Moreover, it strives to develop a rural asset base to boost productive employment, augment household income, and sustain economic well-being. And the features include: the Act grants a legal right to employment for adult members of rural households, with at least 1/3 of beneficiaries being women. Additionally, if work is not assigned within 15 days, the applicant is entitled to receive an unemployment allowance. This allowance is 1/4 of the minimum wage for the first 30 days and half for the following period. Furthermore, Gram Sabhas recommend and oversee at least 50% of the projects. Moreover, there is cost sharing between the central government and the states for wages, material, and administrative expenses. Coming to the next article, an Indian tribunal temporarily suspend a 5-year data sharing ban between WhatsApp and owner Meta platforms. A major relief for the US giant, which had warned its advertising business will be affected. Meta had challenged the Competition Commission of India directive issued in November that imposed a ban on data sharing between WhatsApp and other Meta entities for advertising purposes, warning it may have to roll back some features. So now in this context, let's talk about National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal is a quasi-judicial body established under Section 410 of the Companies Act 2013 and has been operational since 1st June 2016. Additionally, it addresses corporate disputes and ensures efficiency and transparency in corporate governance and insolvency process. Furthermore, its headquarters are located in New Delhi. Looking at the key features, the primary purpose of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal is to expedite the resolution of corporate disputes. Moreover, it promotes transparency and efficiency in corporate governance and insolvency resolution. And the functions are: the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal hears appeals against orders passed by the National Company Law Tribunal under Section 61 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Additionally, it handles appeals related to the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India under Sections 202 and 211 of the IBC. Furthermore, it reviews decisions and directions from the Competition Commission of India (CCI) and orders from the National Financial Reporting Authority. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal has advisory jurisdiction, which provides opinions and advice on legal issues referred by the President of India. In terms of case disposal, the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal must dispose of appeals within 6 months of receipt. Moreover, decisions made by the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal can be further appealed to the Supreme Court. And talking about the Competition Commission of India, the Competition Commission of India is the regulatory body in India responsible for promoting and maintaining healthy competition in the marketplace. It serves as the chief national competition regulator in India. Looking at the legal framework of the Competition Commission of India, the CCI operates under the Competition Act 2002, which was enacted by the Government of India. Furthermore, this act was introduced to prevent anti-competitive practices, protect consumer interests, and promote competition in Indian markets. The nodal ministry for overseeing the CCI is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Looking at the objectives of CCI, the CCI aims to eliminate the practices that have an adverse effect on competition. Additionally, it works to promote and sustain competition while protecting the interests of consumers. Moreover, it ensures freedom of trade in the markets of India. And the powers of CCI include CCI holds investigative powers, including inquiries into anti-competitive practices such as cartels, abuse of the dominance, and mergers. Furthermore, it has authority to search and seize evidences, summon witnesses, and obtain documents from the business. The CCI also has adjudicatory powers, including issuing orders to stop anti-competitive conduct and imposing penalties on companies violating competition laws. The CCI reviews and approves mergers and acquisitions that may affect market competition. Moreover, it has the power to block or modify mergers that harm the competition. Looking at the appeals in CCI cases, decisions made by the CCI can be appealed to the Competition Appellate Tribunal and ultimately to the Supreme Court. Coming to the next article, on Tuesday, that is on 21st January, the Supreme Court suggested temporarily appointing retired judges on the ad hoc basis to address the growing backlog of pending criminal cases before several high courts. So, now in this context, let's talk about ad hoc judge. An ad hoc judge is a temporary judge appointed to a high court under Article 224A of the Constitution of India. Furthermore, ad hoc judges are usually retired judges who are appointed to address specific judicial needs, such as managing case backlogs or filling temporary gaps in the court's functioning. Key features of ad hoc judges include the appointment of ad hoc judges is governed by Article 224A of the Constitution, which allows retired judges to act as high court judges temporarily. Moreover, to be eligible, an individual must have previously held the office of a judge in the same high court or any other high court. And looking at the authority and privileges of ad hoc judges have the jurisdiction powers and privileges of a high court judge during their tenure. In addition, they are entitled to allowances as determined by the president. Now, looking at the appointment process of ad hoc judges, the Chief Justice of High Court can request the appointment of an ad hoc judge. However, prior consent of the President of India is required for the appointment to be finalized. Looking at the purpose and appointment of ad hoc judges are appointed to deal with specific challenges such as managing case backlogs and filling the temporary vacancies in judicial positions. Coming to the next article, India, the world's largest tea producer after China, has become the largest importers of the beverage from Kenya. According to the Tea Board of Kenya, exports to India shot up from 3.53 million kg from January to October 2023 to 13.71 million kg during the same period in 2024. The 288% jump makes India's country's largest importer of its teas, it said. So now in this context, let's talk about what is tea. Tea is a popular beverage made by infusing cured and fresh tea leaves of Camellia sinensis. This evergreen shrub is native of East Asia, which probably originated in the borderlands of southwestern China and northern Myanmar. It is the second most consumed drink in the world. Looking at its origin, tea is believed to have originated in ancient China, northeastern India, and North Myanmar. Looking at the growing conditions, the tea grows in the temperature at which ranges from 16 to 32 degrees Celsius and 15 to 300 centimeters of rainfall annually, and around 80% which should be never fall below the 40% of humidity, and frost forestry areas essential for cultivation, and the soil should be acidic with pH around 5 with good drainage. And state of the Indian tea industry production. Global rank. India is the second largest tea producer in the world, and the major regions include Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. And India is among the top tea consuming countries with 80% of domestic production consumed within the country. And looking at the export of the tea, the India is among top 5 tea exporters globally, contributing 10% of total global tea exports. And the major importers are Russia, Iran, UAE, USA, UK, Germany, and China. And the geographical identification tag, which is GI tag. Darjeeling tea, known as the champagne of teas, is the first GI tag product in India. And other GI variants includes Darjeeling green tea and white tea also hold the GI tags. Coming to the next article, in a significant step toward advancing India's scientific capabilities and bolstering the blue economy, the Union Ministry of State of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, and Ministry of State for PMO, Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh announced that the country is set to launch its first human underwater submersible this year. So now in this context, let's talk about India's Deep Ocean Mission. The India Deep Ocean Mission is a significant initiative aimed at advancing India's scientific and technological capabilities in ocean exploration, and the launch of India's first human underwater submersible. The India's first human underwater submersible, which is deep sea manned vehicle, will be launched this year with the aim to reach 500 meters depth initially and subsequently 6,000 meters by the following year. This is significant as it positions in India among the 6 nations globally capable of such an ambitious project, marking a major leap in marine exploration. Looking at its mission goals and scope, Blue Economy Focus. The mission aims to boost India's blue economy by tapping into underwater resources such as critical minerals, rare metals, and marine biodiversity, and the scientific advancements. The mission will enhance understanding of deep sea ecosystems and contribute to sustainable fisheries and biodiversity conservation and the economic growth. By unlocking underwater resources, India seeks to enhance its economic growth, environmental sustainability, and scientific resilience. Looking at the indigenous technology, the Deep Ocean Mission will be powered by 100% indigenous technology, showcasing India's capability in self-reliance and in advanced science and engineering. The submersible and other mission-related equipment are being developed and manufacturing in India, reflecting the country's strides in cutting-edge technologies. And the launch of human underwater submersible coincides with India's other landmark scientific missions, such as Gaganyaan space mission. This parallel advancement in both space and marine explorations highlights India's dual leap in scientific excellence. Coming to the next article, in a finding that may alter the understanding of the antiquity of iron in India's subcontinent, a report released by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin on Thursday said introduction of iron in modern day Tamil Nadu went back to the first quarter of the 4th millennium BCE. Samples were lifted from the Sivagalai site in Thoothukudi district. So now in this context, let's talk about the Iron Age in India. Looking at its time period, it existed from 1200 BCE to 200 BCE. This period transitioned from the Vedic Janapadas to 16 Mahajanapadas and culminated in the rise of the Maurya Empire. Looking at the key archaeological culture, the megalithic cultures include. These cultures were characterized by large stone structures including burial sites and painted grave wave structure. This culture existed from 1300 to 300 BCE and is associated with early Vedic communities and northern black polished ware culture. This culture, which spanned from 700 to 200 BCE, was marked by advancements in pottery and urban settlements and iron working in India's. The regions like Central Ganga Plain and Eastern Vindhyas. These regions were active in iron production since the early 2nd millennium BCE, and the impact created by them are the uses of iron tools and weapons, improved agriculture, trade, and warfare, which in turn contributed to the societal growth. And the notable sites are in North India. Notable sites include Malhar, Dadupur, Rajanalakatila, and Lahura Deva, Kosambi, Jusi, and Allahabad, present-day Uttar Pradesh. And in South India, sites like Halur, Karnataka, Adichannallur, Tamil Nadu date back to around 1000 BCE. Mahurjahari near Nagpur is also known for bead manufacturing. And the end of Iron Age coincided with the decline of the Mauryan Empire and the spread of Buddhism, marking the transition to early historic periods of India. So, today we have discussed 8 articles in total, and tomorrow we will be back again with another video. Thank you.